Test, test, test. Hello, hello. When is my land ready? Am I alive? Oh! ToJ NFT! Always there with the notice. You have the notice on? Why am I not showing on the streams? Am I live? Yeah, I'm live, okay. Alright, so I still need to run my dungeon. Why are you not streaming? I'm streaming. What do you mean I'm not streaming? We have some interesting stuff here going on in the past days because I'm working. I'm like, I need to do some RL stuff. It's not that like I'm not just a part-time streamer, guys. But yeah, I'll stream more. Also, I was taking care of some other stuff. I'll stream more in the final phase. We still have 2 days and 20 hours. So tomorrow is stream, and then on Friday, we'll also have a stream. Okay. So my strategy here: kill the chicken. We kill the chicken, and then we get some new chicken. Let me just double check the chickens. Supposed to give me 9k XP, so I should get 18k. So butchering all plus 18k would be 33, 34. And yeah, 33. It works. So pro tip, guys: chicken very good for the stuff that we need here. Carrots. Alright, so I think in this stream I'm obviously gonna give you guys an update what I've been doing the past few days in RavenIdle. We will also make some planning for the end phase. So yeah, especially with the things I still wanna push. So yeah, I made a YouTube video about this as well. I'm now farming these low-level creatures because I'm almost 75. If my calculation isn't off, I should get 75 just from crafting, because it's 25% of the XP that you get from crafting. You get this legacy XP. I need about 8 million XP. I need about 8 million XP for leveling my cooking. Let's double check that. Cooking is, let's say 59 until 70. Yeah, that's 8 million XP. You guys don't see it, but you can trust me here. 8 million. And 25% of that is 2 million. I finished weaving level 70. That's good. I'm still getting more silver, which is gonna be nice for the land. Spend on land. Yeah, so now the question is, how much are we gonna cook? I did some calculations here for the crafts. So, how much beef do I have? Because beef is my limiting factor, I'm not gonna do more beef than what I have here. So I have 896. So that means I need 896 of all the cabbage and carrots. Carrots, was this harvest 448? No, that was 2 harvests. So pretty much 2 more times farming carrots is gonna give me whatever I need. It's gonna give me whatever I need here. The carrots. Then I need... What was I? I had an idea, but I forgot it. Maybe it's gonna come back. Yeah, that's pretty good. The cabbage. I'm gonna need a lot of cabbage. So let's get that. I need Rossini, hello. I need 660 cabbage. I need 660 cabbage. Land. On average, 24 times 18. Wait, is it 60, 36? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 36. But times 2. So 1 cabbage. If I plant all my lands 1 cabbage, it gives me 430. So that means I need 1 full plant of cabbage. And then 1 with a bit less. Let's make this a bit more precise. Times 36, it's the same, but it's easier for me. So 1 cabbage plant gives me 12. So plus 22, that's what I have. Minus 896. So that's what I need from the second one. Divided by 2. No, but 12 on average. So I need 20 more cabbage plants. I think that's what I'm gonna put overnight. And then the rest of it is gonna be wheat. So, okay. Okay, we have that. We should have the 2. That's 1x 36 plants. 1x 20 plants. Okay. The rest I'm gonna do wheat because wheat is always gonna be useful. However, how many kebabs is that and how much XP? Kebab. This times the fucking, what was it? 896. $4K trophies, 0 pay to win. Nice. That's good. Well, from what I've seen, you will do very well next season if you're like there from the start, and it's probably worth to also upgrade Battle Pass and stuff. So I will get 2 million XP, 2.5 mil XP. Very good. Next up, the milk situation. Guys, what's your milk situation like? I have 781 milk. 781 milk means 2 times this. I don't remember the fucking flour. How much do I need? I probably won't get that much. 8 times the milk. Ah, fuck. 7, 8, 1 mal 8. 6,200 flour. That's some old calculations. 30, 26 corn. I don't remember what that was. But yeah, with 240 leaves, I can get 4,800 rich flour, which means I would need for this maybe 300. I think it's 1-to-1 in corn. No, wait. It's 1-to-1 in wheat, right? 1 wheat is 1 ground flour, and corn is 1 is 20. So Okay, that's a little bit open question if I can reach that. How much is one plant of wheat? What can I do in 6 hours? 36 times 12 plus 36 So that's what I get in 6 hours of planting. In 6 hours of planting. But I already have some corn, no? Yeah, 1,400. I have a little bit of wheat, but I need it also for the... So 1,400... 1,400... What the fuck just happened? Hello? Why did my thing crash? That was weird. So let's say 5,000 wheat is what I need. So 5,000 divided by this means I need to plant, yeah, 5 full wheat plants. So let's say 5x full wheat. Or how much corn would that be? I would need 2,500 corn. 2,500 corn. 2,500 corn. That's one full corn plant. Corn plant. So 2.5 corn plants. 2.5 corn plants. Oh, a mix. Wait, isn't corn worse than wheat? Maybe, I don't know where my calculation was wrong. I will buy free battle pass so you can get the 30%. Yeah, I hope it's worth it for you, but I think you've done well. Like, I think it's probably gonna be profitable. Carrots and potato. 2 plus 4 plus 2. Okay, so I have this here under control. Might just get a little bit with the leaves. What are they called? 3-leaf clover. Maybe I'm gonna be short on those. 6k. Oh yeah, where would you be on the leaderboard right now with 6k? I think I'm kind of around that, but I haven't claimed my point. Yeah, Kenny's doing the same. Sneaky Kenny. Yeah, honestly, I think when it comes to the achievements and following the right strategy, I played it very close to ideal in the end. Like, there's very few things I'm gonna be missing out. Yeah, the boost is applied afterwards. That's no problem. Alright, do we assume that we full craft this? Let's just give it a try. 700 times 545. So that would be the XP. Does this work? No. Alright, that's our XP here. So that's already... already 7 mil. And then the rest I'm gonna do with banana vodka. Maybe I don't even need that much, honestly. cooking is gonna be not so difficult. Is it play to earn? Oh yeah. If you sign up right now, you can get $5 worth of monk coins. So if you use a ref link, you actually get these 500 monk coins, and they will carry over to the next season. So these monk coins you can also get right now from the battle pass, from the free and the paid battle pass. So I will make a big Twitter post soon where I like break down the whole strategy. So I would recommend everyone to check that out and start testing the game already for the next season. But yeah, the prize pool right now is $140k and it's growing. Others 4.8 covered. Well, when did I say others 4.8 covered? Looks like I'm gonna do more. Better earning than in Pixel. Well, it's a season-based leaderboard that you cannot compare it. And it depends on how good you are, so. If I get top 5, I will make, I don't know, a couple of $1,000 probably. Well, obviously you need to be up there. Gotta have a good performance. Alright, so plan is, after these next crafts are done, I'm gonna get some cabbage and some wheat. And then I do like a full cabbage. And then I can do all my kebabs. And then I only do wheat and corn. And in the end I push with potatoes and banana. So tomorrow is wheat and corn day. And then, yeah, maybe in between I need the potatoes. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do my cooking. Tomorrow I'm gonna do my cooking in the afternoon. See how far we can get that. Cooking, yeah. Guys, how long should I do my dungeons? If I look into my last dungeon run... Huh? My last dungeon run was pretty good. Timing wise. Getting to 46. Are you going for 5? Yeah, of course. Why would I not be not going for it? Actually, let me show you my sheet here. So this is basically in 31 hours. I will have in 31 hours hunt time at the current kill rate of 78 kills per minute. I will have the 250k because I will get here. I made a very nice spreadsheet. So that's that. Here I put in how many I want to kill. Here it takes the sum of all of these. Actually, I should have swapped kills and minutes. That would have been nice if I, right, because that's the kills, and here, yeah, somehow need to swap that to be nicer. Missing and done. Kills per minute. So I'd rather put this, How can I do this best? Like this. And then I swap this, I put this here, move this here, I move this here, and now it's fucked up or what? It's F4 done. Okay. So this is basically the sum of all of the kills. This is my time. Can you share the sheet later for the guild? I've been already showing the sheet. I'm not yet sure what I'm gonna do with the sheet. This season I will probably not share it. Maybe next season I will give it out to some like guild members, but that's basically all of my knowledge, and it's like a really big thing if I want to try hard season 2. It comes kind of down to what I want to do in season 2. But let's say I never showed anything, I never streamed and stuff. I could probably like win or get top 5 in next season. But yeah, I don't know how. If I give it to someone, I would most likely only give it to guildmates, you know. So I'm not yet sure if I wanna, because it was lots of work. I mean, people who watch my stream, they see anyway what I'm doing and what I'm tracking, right? But yeah, it like when I was doing also pixels and showing the taskboard and stuff, I made $300-400 every day. I could have kept it for myself and it would probably have lasted, I don't know, like a month longer or something. But yeah, this basically went kind of viral. Where was it? Here. Now how I like 35,000 views and stuff, so it kind of accelerated the whole thing. So yeah, I don't mind sharing stuff, but at the right time with the right people. Do you know when it will be next season? Nah, but I want to have a call with Niter, give him some feedback. Maybe I can get that info from him, but they seem very excited about RavenIdle so far. About the attention it's getting and the potential. But yeah, actually, you know what? Also part of my strategy, kind of was thinking, I get so much silver, like I could even maybe still get the stronghold this season, but it's obviously late. But this is like, I make 7 million silver plus a day if I farm trophies, maybe 10 million almost. Ask for this year. Yeah, we'll see. I think it always depends also what's going on in Raven Quest, so I think they're gonna complement each other with the timings of the releases and the updates. I was also thinking of writing like a feedback post, a longer one. I was even thinking of doing that on stream, but I don't know. I'll probably do it when I can chill a bit more. I had some ideas. Where did I write that? Maybe you guys can have a look, see what you guys think, or maybe if you guys have some ideas. Yeah, I posted it here in my own thing. But yeah, this is what I had so far. I just need to make it nicer. So it would be nice right here if you click a mob, then you see the loot. It should show the drop percent chance that you have on each. I think that would be good data. I also think it would be nice to know if these guys have like spell damage or weapon damage, and if they have spell defense or weapon defense. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's something they could display, because it's really meaningless if they have it or not. Right now, like, you can just guess and you don't know if you're taking more damage. Then yeah, it would be nice to see the cooldowns. So what do I mean by that? If we're in combat, right, and you have various spells that are on cooldown, it would be nice to have a timer to see when they're ready. Then yeah, for the dungeon floors, it would be cool to see the rewards here. So you should see how much silver, and yeah, the trophies are kind of obvious, but still would be nice to see that. Tooltips, spells are bugged. Yeah, obviously that's like big thing, right? If there's spells that are just, I don't know, not working. Achievements make no sense. I'm actually not sure why I said that, but yeah, some achievements are a bit out of what's possible. But yeah, actually after, yeah, for example, these archetypes achievement, they could have, why is like this so weird, everything 75? This doesn't make too much sense. But overall, I actually think they did a really good job of the achievements and what's possible. Lands, professions not balanced. Yeah, there's like some crafts, some stuff that you plant that didn't make sense, and the professions. Yeah, just the XP values. High level land should give more XP. Yeah, I think that would be too broken, because then you would have like such a big advantage in the XP stuff. It's already giving more materials that you can use for cooking. So it would basically I think it would make too much difference, because then nobody could keep up. I think the problem with the higher land is maybe, I'm not sure. I feel like right now the expected progression that you can do is like large land, but if you really want to do an off meta strategy, you can go stronghold. I think if it becomes so that everyone has to get a stronghold, it would, I don't know, it would be a bit too cheesy for me. Like, I like it when stronghold is kind of a, like an off-meta strategy that you can maybe do, and under certain conditions, maybe if you pay to win harder, it works out. But if like everyone has to get it, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but just because something wasn't worth it doesn't mean um they have to balance it, so it like, I I think the current meta, because then the gameplay or the leaderboard is just all about the land. And right now, actually, I think the most important factor was, what were you doing with your time here in the battle mode, right? Like, what were you fighting? How were you fighting? I think that was like the biggest thing, besides also like how you crafted and stuff. Like, there's like two different gameplay loops, right? You had the land stuff, and you had uh, the monster fighting stuff or gathering. Long season, not many reasons. Yeah, I feel like that's super important. That's also the thing in Raven Quest that they had, where it's like, If you want to be super competitive, you need to be at the start. What I like though, that I wasn't aware of that, you take over your monk coins to the next season. So I think if they can build out the battle pass a little bit more, and people, you know, can just earn stuff for the next season, that's very good. That is nice. Yeah, basically that's what I also said back then as solution. So yeah, battle pass rewards. Yeah, I think if they, I don't know what the plans are right now, but they should have like a sick, you know, where you see all your stats, season finishing page with your prizes. I think Canberra does a great job at that. Yeah, the demand, I'm no longer so sure what I think of the demand. That was, I think, back then when I thought the packs affect each other. So that's not really an issue anymore. But some people were saying right in the beginning, they were saying, yeah, if many people run a pack, then it affects others. I think with the locked percentages, the way this is fine now. Yeah, so it's fine. It would just be nice. The problem with the packs is you only see the average demand, so you don't know it. Yeah, the team said it, but it doesn't work like that. So yeah, that's why I was concerned they want to do it. So I just want to re-emphasize that they should not do it with like a global demand, because it's very imbalanced. Like it would be so unfair, like for certain people that unlock stuff earlier. Yeah, the thing with the boosting, I like the idea that you get bonus from referrals here, but there should maybe like a discounted option where you can just get the boost yourself, you know what I mean? Like you should be able to buy this here without having to use referrals and at a discounted price. So there's still benefits for people who have referrals, but it's like a stupid mechanic that people have to get art accounts, then buy the referrals, and then boot. That's not good. So let's say, what is it? $12, $12, $12 instead. I don't know. Make it $8, $8, $8, and you can get the different tiers just by purchasing here the boost. Yeah, for the achievement, it would be nice, right? If you go here to the achievement, there's so much empty space. You could just show like have a column here, the date, or a progression bar. Progression bar would also be nice. Progression bar. The progression bar. And then the dungeon trophy. Show dungeon trophy? What is my idea there? I don't even remember. Show dungeon trophy. Number one with all achievements claimed? We'll find out. We'll find out. We should be able to get like wool milk from. Oh yeah, nah, not wool milk. There's one resource that I think we should get from monsters. Can you guess which one I think that would make sense? What do you think about reset cooldowns when you leave battle? Well, if they put a cooldown on rejoining the battle, that's fine, but I wouldn't like the reset. You know, you can also, if you want to reset your cooldowns, you can just leave the battle, swap build, and then go fight again, so you bypass it in some way. How can you get milk from mobs? You can't. If you kill cows. No. I think mining should drop from mobs. So first of all, right, there's like many creatures. that are just like boring. Like nobody would ever farm these guys, right? Like why would you farm these stonelings? They don't drop any interesting creature products. And it should be very rare. So I'm not saying nobody needs to mine anymore. Nobody needs to mine anymore and you just kill monsters. But you should, if you wanna be a blacksmithing guy and you only farm these monsters, you should be able to progress, right? You're still gonna waste some time because you're not farming like the weapons and so on. But there should be very few monsters with a very low drop chance. Dwarfs, for example, right, would also be a good fit. And you could even get your X materials. And for X you would also need wood, so that's not even broken. But if we think about it, we have if we think about it, okay, I need to somehow. Okay, we have blacksmithing, carpentry, and weaving. Ignore cooking for a while. Weaving materials you get from. We can get materials from mobs. You can get materials from gather, and you can get materials from land, right? So weaving you can get from land and from mobs. Carpentry you can get from land and from gather. And blacksmithing you can only get from gather. So I think it would be really nice if we could also get blacksmithing from mobs. So it's like a really interesting dynamic because each profession has access to 2 ways to get the resources. However, it's missing the third, so they're more distinctive, right? Like, if you could get wood from gathering land and mobs, like it would be boring, right? But now you have to decide what you want to do. But blacksmithing felt really bad for the fact that you couldn't use your land and you couldn't use mobs, so you could only use gather. So they need to, I think, add it to mobs, but they need to make it balanced. But yeah, also at the same time, I think it would make blacksmithing. That's why I say it needs to be balanced and it needs to slow you down on all the other stuff. So it should be maybe mobs that are a bit more stronger, that, I don't know, don't drop good stuff otherwise. So that's why maybe the dwarfs are not the best idea because they have the padding that you need. But yeah, like the stonelings I think are perfect. Maybe just keep it to like stonelings and yeah. Then also another idea I had was weaving. For cloth armor, so right, we don't even know what deals spell damage, so I don't know why we want to have spell defense. And this is just worse than the plate armors, because the plate armors give you health, and it seems like more stuff deals weapon damage. So I think cloth armors should give you cooldown reduction. I think that would be very good. Yeah. And I don't know about leather, I don't know the crit chance, I don't think it's that big. I don't know if you could add another stat to it. What's a stat that would make sense? We don't even have. Maybe crit damage too. Like maybe not just crit chance, but a little bit of crit damage. So we have like both, right? Anything else wouldn't make sense. But yeah, I think leather could also, because right now I feel like plate is really good, and if you make it a bit easier with getting it from monsters, we do need, if we deal a crit, yeah, that's actually also a good point. I'm actually gonna write that down. Crit in feedback if yes. They could have a different, like a different number here. I don't know, make it in a different color, right? make it orange. Or you level trade pack? Leveling trade pack? What do you mean with leveling trade pack? Oh, yeah, the packs. Nah, dude. I'm not even sure. It was probably worth it. But the trade pack stuff, man. That I stopped right at 250. Like that would have never been worth it. That would have taken so long. Like 250 times 22. I would have used 5,500 minutes, which is oh no, time only 5. Yeah, so because I run with 5. Yeah, still I would have done 1,100 minutes, which is 18 hours. 18 hours. No way I'm doing 18 hours of this. Actually, that's less time than what I would need for carpentry. But yeah, you need the effort, so not worth it. I would have to spend so much on effort. I really liked the way they set up the resources, and effort works really well. I feel like silver is a little bit inflationary. It's not too bad, I guess, especially with like how infusions scale up as well. So yeah, I think that the game is very well balanced for the 1 month. That's for sure. More XP sucks. We have to kill dragon. But yeah, as you can see, maybe you don't even need that much XP, right? Like I'm killing monsters here that give me 0 XP. Yeah, some mobs need balance. I hope they have good data on like monsters killed and stuff, so they can make monsters more attractive either with the drops or with I don't know, whatever. I feel like there was still a good variety of monsters you killed, but it was mainly around crafting resources. I think dragons are fine because you still don't have a big creature. Like they don't drop you weapon products, right? If they drop, like, there will always be one most efficient monster for XP. So I think that's fine for dragons. I honestly, maybe I'm also dragon biased because I like dragons, but I like that dragons are the thing you farm for XP. And if you need something else, then you need to think, oh, I wanna. Because dragons are also. Maybe that's what I like about dragons, they're predictable, right? And consistent. Because there's only one type of dragon. But if you get these, you can get a mage or others that just fuck you up, and then like your run is over. Like with the trolls, right? You can get a warlock if you go for a hard pack and there's 3 warlocks, or like the normal orcs that do one shot. Or I don't know if that will work because you kill 3k wolves in 1 hour, 3k dragons in 10. What do you mean? What would work? The data I mentioned. So I was crafting as much as possible for me with the creature product. As you can see, I have only flexible scales, but I was using up all my shell fragments tier 3. I was using all my whatever height, composite heights from tier 5. So definitely make use of those. If you have them, it's more XP and faster. However, what worked really good for me was just farming these morning foxes. As you can see, a spool of hair. I don't know, I think I got like 30,000 in less than a day. Like, you get so many of those, and you don't even need to be efficient anymore, because if you know, like, rely on your land for it, it's hard to get the mats. But if you kill low level mobs here, and then you do the merchant ladder, look, I've 120, it would already be 300k XP. And you farm this many, I don't know, in an hour. But yeah, with my land, I think I'm doing good here. How many eggs will I get? I actually still haven't calculated that. Eggs. I need 1.5k. And these guys give me poo. So one gathering is 270. I get it twice, so 550. Okay. So that's not more than 2.5 times gathering for me. I should have like 500 plus. Eh? 300? One gather. That's one time. Huh? What's happening here with my eggs? Oh, I only have 2 coops. Never mind. Oh, okay. So that's basically what I make in one gather from 2. And I gather them twice, so that means 140, 184. I need, where are the chickies? Oh yeah, okay, I need 1,500. I need 1,500 and I have... I need to collect this twice still. Still need to collect this twice, so... we cannot count that in really. Where's my current? 312. So that's kind of what I need, and that's how much I got? 184. Wow. So I need to put down 6 more chickens. Oh fuck. 6 more chickens. 24 hours, so I would have to gather from chickens for 24 hours. Ooh. Is it worth going 3 months farming and kill those mobs? Not just farm hares? The thing is, you're gonna make more silver from hares because you get more trophies dropped. And unless you get XP, you wanna kill the lower mobs, right? If you go here for the pearl shells, you're gonna need like, I don't know, 3 or 4 AoE attacks to kill those, so you're gonna be way slower. So if you farm those, that's why it's so important what you're fighting, right? If you're leveling on those, right? If you're level 30 and you kill those guys, But that's what you need to prepare for your strategy for the next time, right? Which creatures you fight, because you know you're gonna need as many shell fragments as possible to push your crafting and to get more armors. Yeah, but if you just want the XP, because you also get the Slaying Monsters achievement, then you kill the low levels. I could even kill beetles or brigands, but I kill at least rats or shrooms because of the trophy drops silver. And I think shrooms are, from what I've heard, the most silver. They have this 300. I should track the silver earned as well. Ooh, I got another trophy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What build I'm using right now? Yeah, it's the build I think I put in my video. I have 3 different AoE builds because you need to tweak it against every monster, but this one... So I can explain it here a bit, yeah, a bit again. But basically the idea is everything one-shot. We have the short cooldowns first. That's just better mathematically if we trigger the short cooldowns first, because they're more valuable to reset than these others here. So always want to cast this when it's ready, then 20, then 20, then 25, then all the 30-second cooldowns, 40, 45, 50, 60, and then we just hit the bash. If you're actually struggling with your mana, then you can put in Brutal Strike instead of bash, because this actually drains a bit more than you may expect. But yeah, I don't know, I have like 200 mana regen, which is more than needed. I have also 14% cooldown reduction, which you definitely want. And yeah, I get it with my haste. 1, 2, 3 items with haste. So how much do I have of these? Ooh. So that's 200k silver. But yeah, it gets overshadowed by these trophies here. It's basically like 1 trophy drop, these mushrooms here. And that's not even half a trophy, so... Yeah, the silver comes from your trophies if you're farming this. But yeah, one thing that's interesting, I don't know what you're doing right now, Whispers, but for me, yeah, I might get on the silver spend achievement too. $25 million. I did 5 million. I did 5 million 4 days ago. However, I'm gonna have a lot of silver to spend. Yeah, so if you're 1 level away from 75, my goal is to get my last legacy XP from what's it called? From crafting. You get 25% of your crafts as legacy. I think it shows somewhere here. I think it only shows when you're crafting, but yeah. Yeah, cooking. Tomorrow is cooking day. Let's hope we're cooking enough. Otherwise, I'm cooked. Yeah. Phew. What was it saying? Kills per minute 57. Huh? Oh, we have the wrong thing here. It's B3. So yeah, with the 78 kills per minute rate, I would have 31 hours remaining. I'm already farming this for 3 hours. So in 28 hours of farming these mushrooms, I will have my achievement. Seasonings. I ran out of those pretty quickly. Thing you need to understand with salt, it's a finite resource. Because you're never gonna farm rocks later on. Because they're shitty slow XP. And they don't really help your blacksmithing level. Yeah, in the beginning it's okay when you need it for leveling, but honestly, if you can, always go for the highest one if you want the XP. It's a little bit different with iron ore because it's more important to push your blacksmithing with iron. Yeah. Hey Lou, with a battle pass season ends, will there be a reset in RavenIdle? Yeah, so you can keep your character. This character is staying as a legacy character. However, if there's new leaderboards with a new season, everyone is gonna have to start on a fresh character, otherwise it would not be fair. That's how the seasonal model works. By the way guys, if you're still like farming low level stuff, these sharks are so nice. Took me quite a while to get my trophy, but that wasn't even that bad because look, I have 1600 of these. Which also makes your cooking very easy to level. Yeah, so merchant sell ore, 1.2 million easy. I got this in 3 hours. That's one, two. Yeah, I think on average you get like 1 trophy drop per hour from AoE farming. So let's say I farm for 28 more hours. That would be 56 trophies. And a trophy is 175 silver, so 56 times 175 would be, yeah, like 10 million silver. So I would have over 20 million. With all the creature bros, I could get 25 and buy the stronghold, but nah. It's not gonna be worth. Won't be able to do much with it. How much? I have 20. I got all the easy ones from the low level mobs, and then now I got these here. Yeah, that's the question. If it counts, that would actually be nice, but I wouldn't be able to plant on the stronghold because I would need twice the silver and yeah. Yeah, I still need to do the dungeon. Maybe I stop here at 3 hours. Let's take a break at 3 hours and 3 minutes. And I will add it to my sheet. Yeah. Shroom, we did 183 minutes and we got 11735 kills. Eh? Why is my kill rate so low? 64? Oh, it's the wrong value. It was not the right screenshot. I don't need screenshots. 78, yeah, so it's consistent with what we've always been doing. Okay, still pro tip, won't last for long because I soon have to level up. But whenever I switch my build, I go mining in between. What build am I using? Offensive, defensive, I don't even know. I think I used the defensive one. Dungeon. Enter the dungeon. Do you know if they will pay us in quest or USD? Possible rewards. Lands, quest token, Raven packs. Oh. $20-day linear automated unlock. So yeah, let's hope the token doesn't dump. That would be a little bit... we'll see. Leaderboards, yeah, people stop at 75 doing other stuff, right? Makes sense, makes sense. That's such a weird bug, right? Since I'm here on the other page, it highlights the guy here on this page. Archetypes. Man, archers got fucked. Imagine you're level 65 archer. Yeah, I heard some rumors about that. I was first under the impression that they would give, but now no. I don't know. So there's a few people who push 75, not many actually. So we're stopping here at 70, which is okay. We're on Dark Knight. I don't think they need to worry about the met. They should at least have maybe the archetype leaderboard so people push those, but I don't know. I feel like the leaderboards are fine. They said from the beginning. Yeah, I don't remember where to look at those comments. I don't know why people were. Some just wanted to play other builds, they enjoyed it maybe more. If they can pull it off, that witchcraft, like that spell damage and weapon damage are somewhat balanced, that would be interesting. But honestly, this is like a super game about optimizing. I don't know if that's possible, so yeah, but as long as they make some balance changes, and it might not intentionally shift the meta, but just, I don't know. There's a lot they can do with the abilities. Kenny actually went wizard, or did Kenny just push wizard on his other build, on his warfare build? Wizard, yeah. Showstopper also up there. Wizard gang. Yeah, I don't know how far I should push in dungeon. Maybe today or maybe tomorrow. Kind of want to do my carpentry still. Yo, Landim, thanks for the follow. Dungeon. The professions. This guy's crazy, level 81 blacksmith. That's some dedication. Carpentry only 73. Animosity on the number 1. Damn. That's our boy. What order of skills in dungeon? Yeah, 1 second. After I've done the leaderboard review here, we're gonna check out what's going on in the dungeon. But the build is really good for my stats right now. You always need to tweak it, especially on your cooldown reduction, haste level. The cooking, man, this guy is crazy. How can he be 71? Why don't stop at 70? He likes cooking so much. But yeah, we're somewhere here. I think tomorrow I make a big push and then... Wait, I need to finish it. Wait, no, what? It's tomorrow, it's only 2 days, fuck. Yeah, okay. 2.5 days. So it's tomorrow and then Friday? Or is it ending on... Wait, why is my math not working out here? 2 days. So 1 day is Thursday at 21. Wait, so it ends on Saturday? Oh. Oh. It ends on Saturday. I was thinking Friday. Ah. Well, that changes things. Oh. Yeah, in my head this was not making sense. Okay. How this should work. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, cooking. Farming is so fucking expensive. I'm gonna have to pay to win my farming. Fuck, man. Feel bad for all of those guys that are still hoping to make farming 40, but it's is it even worth it, the money? What am I even gonna get from it? I don't even know if I should do it. But I need some farming mats for my cooking. Well, Wisp was obviously very biased as a stronghold owner. But yeah. It's only 60 trophies. I probably have to spend like $300 on that shit. Would probably be better if I push my carpentry instead. Like farming for me, I made some calculations. I would have to spend $360 for farming. Why would I do that? Why don't I spend less money and instead push my carpentry, for example? I need to do these farming calculations again. So right now I'm planting anyway what I need for cooking, so I would do that regardlessly. I need 50 minus 50k, 37 to 40. Minus 50k, so I need 2.4 million. That's the number we're working with here. 2.4 million. And let's say a banana tree is 19, 20, 200 divided by 24. 800 XP for 100 monk coins. No, for 100 effort. So I need to do 3000 times 100 effort. I need fucking 300,000 effort. Yeah, like 2,900,000 maybe. So I don't know where that number comes from. If I need it for cooking, it makes sense. Just for the farming achievement, it doesn't make sense. What? That's so expensive. It feels like I'm so close, but I'm still so far. Is my spreadsheet right? Like, there's nothing I can do. I feel like I'm so close and I should get it, but it just doesn't make sense. The thing is, I'm pushing cooking, so it's not bad that I use my land for crafting, for farming still. So we can keep it as a backup option. But when did I get the gathering? 50,000 gathering. 50,000 gathering. 50,000. I need twice as much. And I got that 3 days ago. Is there any way I can even do this? Like a potato, I don't know, potato gives you 10 per hour? What do you get from a potato? 12. That's what you make per hour if you do potatoes. And I need, let's say just 50,000. 115 hours. 4.5 days. It doesn't seem impossible with boosting, but I just need to boost stuff. The blast boss, since I'm not 75, I cannot tell you, so I don't know. Problem is, all of these things I wanna do, I think I had to do something like 500 banana trees. Oh, let's say, I don't know, 500 times 40 times 3. Really? Maybe it wasn't 500 banana trees. Maybe it was 500 times gathering. 2.9 million divided by 1920 XP. 9,200. 150 banana trees. 150 banana trees. A banana tree on average is 24 plus 48 divided by 2. So I got 20, 36. 36. 36 divided, no, times 36. 151 banana tree gathers. I get 5,000 gathered from if I did only with bananas. 5,000? Man. The fucking joke. Do you know if land gives us? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I haven't 100% confirmed it, but I'm pretty sure. Man, farming actually makes me feel sick inside. Like, I would have to spend like $300, and I don't even know if it's gonna help me. If it's gonna make a difference. How is that so bad? Yeah. We're gonna add it to the feedback sheet. I think woodcutting too. Yeah, that's the thing. It was different. It was like ×4 or something on the beginning. Yeah, the farming XP is bad, man. Like, what the fuck is this? And so many of the farming recipes are like gate capped on the higher ranks. But we're gonna in a second check out what's going on in the dungeon. But still, like, I wanna figure this out. This is important. How am I one of the highest farming guys? These guys have spent a lot already, like these are level 40. Those are like the free-to-play players where they're like stuck on 33. Farming. Husbandry is gonna be maybe easier even. Oh. But yeah, level 30 is a good level. Yeah, blueberry is the best for gathering. Blueberry is really good. That's why I was doing lots of shaked fruit milk to get more blueberries. But since the next achievement is so astronomically far, it doesn't really matter anyway. Yeah, it feels good to have meaning, but weaving. But like everyone has weaving. It's gonna be 100+ people that have weaving. Congrats to all the guys who are up there. Easy wood cutting. Yeah, wood cutting is the thing where I could maybe do 50. Like maybe pushing carpentry and wood cutting is definitely better than farming. But then I need to spend more time crafting. How long do you guys think it's gonna take me to just do the crafts to level up my wood cutting? I need to keep some corn. I need to keep some corn for the oil potentially. Oh yeah, by the way, we're doing the dungeon right now. Not tracking time, but this was for my last run. Was I starting Yetis? So yeah, we're doing goblins in 21 minutes. Should be on track here. If this guy's dead, 2 more minutes to kill the next. Build, yeah. So the most important thing you need to know is I have 14% haste. If you want to know why that matters, it's best explained in my last YouTube video, but 14% haste basically means this is ready 2 turns earlier. So 26 seconds or 13 after 13 rounds. And this is 4 turns earlier. So 8 seconds. So that means this is improved, this is improved, this is improved. And yeah, basically our rotation starts, instead of after 15 abilities, before it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It basically, after this, it restarted here. It's now here where it restarts. And then the way we have set it up, these are all under 30 seconds or 30 seconds. So they're always ready every rotation. This one is longer. So the first time we have this, and then this. And then the second time after guillotine with the shield, and then the shield, and then this. No, this, yeah. So it stops here. This shield throw here, right? You would think, oh, I want to have my stronger spells earlier, but the shield throw has the different cooldown. So the way it works is basically every second round we're going to ignore this here, these two. I always do this rotation, always. And every second time we cast this and this. Actually, yeah, I'm actually clearing slower because I could go a bit more greedy. But yeah, this is like the defensive build. So what I'm trying to say is, if these are on cooldown, it takes this and this. But if I didn't have the shield throw here, it would take this and this. And these two are then on cooldown. And then it would have to take this and whatever comes after. So this is kind of like in a very good spot where it takes this and this, and then the next time it takes this and this. Because this is 75 cooldowns, the next time it takes this and this. And then it resets with this and this. This is a new build. I've adjusted it for my cooldown reduction levels. But yeah, it's super safe like that. I could be like 1 minute faster maybe. How much was it yesterday? Thrall, Goblin 21. Well, I already killed one Thrall. I don't know when I killed the goblins, but yeah. If you want to be a little bit more DPS, then you can put in Revenge here. But then you get hit one time before you cast the defense. So, or do you actually? I might. I'm actually not sure right now. Stun, this, and then shield. But this is on cooldown. Actually, maybe I should put in something here. But I don't want to mess with it now. Where's my land ready? Should be any moment, no? 37 minutes. In 37 minutes we will be at the Shadow Foxes. Bam! Big Death Blossom. It's always nice with this build, because there's always a stun after a big hit, so if Death Blossom finishes a creature, happens more with like farming single target monsters, but still, then you always stun the new target, because what really sucks is if you don't kill the monster, then you stun it and then you kill it, then they can hit you back here and you're more vulnerable when you have Berserk on. By the way, guys, what is this? Yeah, so I think tomorrow we're gonna have a big reveal. For my points right now. So tomorrow is gonna be a bit of a longer stream. I don't think I'll stream that much today. But if you guys wanna have the chance to win some quest, we have a little challenge here where you can guess my placement. Look at Masek the supporter believing, and then Cryer not believing. I don't know how long I should do the dungeon. That's like right now my biggest concern. I need to do the math again on the carpentry. No, this build is not better. It is faster and it works when you have 13% haste. But if you're using the wizard build, it's impossible for me to die. The only way, like, I can make the wizard build. Basically, there's only one time in the whole rotation where I get attacked, which is here, when the 45-second spell is on cooldown. And if I have the wizard stun here, it would stun them 1, 2, and then it would start with the rotation again. And since you don't have Death Blossom, there's not even this time window where you get, you have these extra 2 turns where you get hit until you have the pummel. So that means there's only one situation where you can die, is if you with the wizard build, if you kill the monster with pummel, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns where they would be stunned, but they're dead because you killed them with pummel. So 5 turns where they can attack you, but then again you heal with Feasting Strike, you heal with Blade Storm, which kind of negates one attack, and then you should have a heal potion. So that means there's gonna be 2 turns until you have the stun and then full stun lock. 2 turns, just 2 attacks in worst case. If you kill them with the pummel, only 2 turns where you can get attacked. So if you can survive 2 attacks from a monster, then you can 100% always clear it with the other build. Yeah, if you want to farm your weaving, farm the foxes. That's what I was doing. Look, there's different options. However, these guys you cannot full one-shot. These guys you should... I actually don't have the foxes here in my sheet. But yeah, I think was killing foxes 75 kills per minute. So yeah, I had so much. one day farming foxes at 30k hair or more. You can do hogs if you need the leather for your armors, but if you just care about leveling, do foxes and make merchant cloth. And yeah, wolves. I've never tried the wolves. Would be interesting to know how killable they are and how the drops are. But yeah, I don't know. Hop, hoppa. What happened here? Am I still in the dungeon? Yeah. So we're fighting elves now. Think I can get from 51 to 70 in 2 days. I don't know the XP rate anymore. I don't know how much I was getting. I know from 60. Yeah, this year. I don't think so. I was getting 2.7 million XP from farming for like 1 day, a bit less. And you would need. Yeah. It's super close. It's super close. I don't know. You might get more XP if you were doing tier 2 armors, right? If you, well, you definitely get more XP. But I don't know if you spend more time crafting that. But yeah, what you could be doing is you could make this cloth here, and then you make this here, because you see this is 640 XP and this is 600, so you basically get twice the XP out of the hair, because all the cloths, they're giving the same XP per hair. So you see this is 6 hair and this is 600. This is 12 hair and this is 1200. This is 18 hair and this is 1800. So, right, 1 hair equals 100 XP. 1 hair, 100 XP. But you're not gonna do shit with this merchant cloth. However, the simple cloth you can turn into this, so it's basically 1 hair is 200 XP. So you would only have to farm half of the hair, but you need to do more. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You know what? You can just do mass craft. Craft 500 armors. And then you just need to be, before your inventory fills up, fast enough to, you know, always put them in. Bam, bam, bam. And yeah. Oh. I went with merchant cloth for the end, mainly because I was killing monsters anyway, so I was just killing more foxes, and they were very good kills per minute. So I got lots of hair, but I didn't have lots of time, so I was just doing merchant cloth. Because I need to kill monsters anyway until I have here my monster slain finished. Do you have any idea if 8k height is enough to get 50? I think my calculation was 10k from 50 to 70. I think it's barely not enough. But I think I was also calculating for tier 2 armors. I don't know if it's the same. I think I think it's like 7 million XP or something. But you need 2200 armors from 50 to 70. 2200 armors. And yeah, that's like it's like 10,000 hides and times 3 is 6,000 cotton. .30 minutes to kill foxes. That's not bad, yeah. I was doing 75, so maybe a bit more than 10% more efficient, 15%. Alright, what's the land doing? 20 minutes. Yeah, the 14% haste is very important. But yeah, you also want damage and mana too. So what you can do is, if you're low on points, first you want to get enough decks so you get to 14%. And then you get wisdom, but you can also buy some potions. Potions basically make up for mana regen, but they cost lots of silver, right? If you see here, I bought 2000 potions, pretty expensive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have more choose now. At least they announced that. Canberra, yeah, we're gonna have the guild. I think I'm gonna announce the recruitment stuff after the announcement. It's probably gonna be not the biggest group, but more selected, like good, strong players or people that I know. So yeah, you can definitely also join. Um, but yeah, like some of the best players from Chapter 1. I think there's gonna be a playtest. Honestly, Canberra is not easy to learn, especially just in theory. I think I can still maybe do a somewhat of a guide, explain what to do. But you need to have been there. Hopefully there's a playtest that you can check out. But yeah, so super early game, right? You can actually go into the higher level spots earlier than you think, with less gear than you think. You should focus on getting your first silver. because silver is gonna allow you to buy stuff, also use the market. And yeah, just killing high level creatures that drop you your armors is gonna be way faster than trying to craft it. There's different strategies. Some people, I don't know, just do fishing and mining early and OTC sell that for silver. But if you're aiming for the leaderboards, then you want to get the leaderboard points as soon as possible, the artifacts, because they give you bribes. So you basically get these leaderboard loot from monsters. And the earlier you get, the more leaderboard points you will make, because those points that you get from killing monsters, they provide you daily, they generate daily leaderboard points. So getting points on day one is twice as good as getting them in the middle of the event, because they have obviously produced for twice as much. Yeah, these artifacts basically is what you need to farm for monsters, and it's very important to understand the risk to earn factor. It's like multi-layered. So on one hand, if you go into higher tier zones where there's stronger monsters and better loot, you also lose more energy. The energy system works in a way where your energy drains every minute or every second, and if you're not using the time efficiently, it's really waste, because you need to spend money to get energy, right? You get some energy from like a charter that you can buy, but most energy you will have to buy through energy orbs, and there's kind of a soft cap of usually 8 energy orbs per day. So if you use more energy orbs than that, you're going to spend even more, or they're less efficient. So yeah, that's it with the energy, but there's another element with the weight system. So the weight system is super important, what items you carry with you. The armor that you matters is different weight. You also want to go out with food and regeneration items and buffs. And if you're above 100%, then you have like severe debuffs, like slower movement speed, and you get more stressed and blah blah blah. So if you go on a longer hunt and you always want to manage your weight, so if you're staying out longer, your loot drop rate gets better, so you can get better loot the longer you stay out. But it's also riskier because yeah, there's stress also. So the longer you stay out, the more stressed your character gets, and fatigued. Fatigued is basically just over time, and you can reduce it with campfires. But stress is from, I don't know, taking damage, running out of stamina, all of those things. And it's like really big risk versus reward gamble, because if you stay out longer, then you get more loot. But yeah, if you die, then it's super painful. So I don't know, there's so much to talk about camera. Yeah, you played 4 hours. How much will we have to spend? I think generally it was like more than $10 a day. More than $10 a day. So it depends on how long the season is. Since I always had like scholars and other stuff, I was spending, I don't know, a couple of $100. Well, I think it fucked everyone. Yep, same here. I think the problem with this market cycle is that we have two separate movements going on, two separate developments. You have the retail investors and the institutional investors. And the institutional investors, they're kind of, there was a big shift, right? There's more acceptance. And I don't know, banks, big companies, even some nations or some super wealthy people, like they're all now buying crypto, but they're only obviously buying Bitcoin and maybe some ETH, but all the money goes into those sectors and into the safest ones. And there's a bull market. That's why you also see Bitcoin dominance going up so much. But there's at the same time an altcoin bear market because yeah, all the retail investors, they get pump and dumped in all the meme coins. And obviously, if Bitcoin dominance goes up so much because all of these institutional investors, that means also the liquidity is getting drained out of the alts because obviously people rather put the money into Bitcoin, which is very likely going up. So yeah, I think what was interesting is what also Ben Cohen is always saying. ETH went home, right? That always is Ethereum is going home. Ethereum going home, which basically means it hit basically the bottom. That has to happen to altcoins too, because at some point everything can be undervalued, right? Unless it's going to zero, which is the only other option, right? I guess two options. I don't see the whole crypto industry besides Bitcoin disappearing. So we just need to hope we hit that super bottom soon. But generally, it's coming later than expected because you always have people that are already waiting for this, right? Psychologically, it's already in the minds of people that, oh yeah, after the dip comes the pump. 650, I think it's too early to say that now. I have no idea what people are with the points. I think generally, if you claim all your points, and if you're in the top 100, you can probably somewhat keep it, right? So because, but there's gonna be people behind you that haven't claimed their points and so on. So I don't know what the final numbers will be, but I know if you're in this range and you still have stuff to do, then you will probably also stay there. Yeah, I don't do leverage trading. I think it can be good if you're like super sure about something, but you shouldn't feel like, oh, I need to find some opportunities 24/7. I think then you make dumb decisions. But yeah, for example, stuff like, I don't know, Trump coin. But I don't know how to leverage trade. It's like a little bit complicated for me with like setting it all up perfectly, finding the right, like, I don't know, the liquidation levels and all of that. My CBA, I just, I don't know. When I came to crypto at the start, I was saying to myself, like, everything that I make, I just put into Bitcoin, but I don't know, I wasn't sticking to the plan, I guess. Especially like with art, it's like that. You have a certain level where you buy, I don't know, it goes up, it goes down, blah blah blah. And then it goes down quite a bit and you think, oh, if I buy now, it's better than buying before. So I'm gonna buy the discounted price. But we are very discounted right now. So which kind of makes me think, obviously the worse it gets, the better it is to buy, and that should eventually just lead to the turnaround. But yeah, I don't know. You need people to capitulate, to give up the positions. and sell like at the bottom to, you know, have a shift in the. It was super, but my valuation fucked a lot. Yeah, yes and no. I don't know. I mean, all these events, you know, the flash crash and now the dump, that's obviously triggered by like market makers, big exchanges, big players, and they're obviously farming the smaller fishes. So yeah, all of this leverage means there's more leverage than ever in crypto with like uh, with the ETFs, but with also the more leverage trading futures. So that means more volatility, like you saw with what happened after. I think was it the China stuff tariffs that 1 or 2 weeks ago? I don't even know. I I I feel like people are always saying, "Oh yeah, it's because Trump did this, Trump did that." I think narrative follows pricing, and not the other way around. I feel like very few geopolitical things are actually the underlying cause for the price movement in crypto. They might be the trigger, but it's something that would have happened anyway if whatever other event occurred. But yeah, at the end of the day, with art, like there's those arts that stay around. Like every token has somewhat of a lifespan, I guess. But yeah, this kind of looks super interesting to me. I mean, look how far ETH is up, and now it's down like just a little bit compared to this. Like it cannot go up here and continue to go up. That's never what happens, right? Like over here. Oh, yeah. You always need those corrections. I guess that's not as big. But that's still from 2k to 1.5 to 25% drop. I feel like it's always good to look into historical charts. But yeah, obviously, I don't know, obviously like 4000 ETH in 21 is not the same as 4000 ETH nowadays with the dollar debasement, right? Dollar lost purchasing power. So like even if we even though we're here pricing value, we're not really here. You would have to rather maybe look into ETH for its BTC chart. It might give a even better picture. But yeah, even when it went up the last time, right? There was this move here where let's do max. Like it went down, 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 and then it didn't go up straight after. It took how long did it take? It took like more than a year. More than a year until this move, right? That's the move you wanna catch with ETH. Like you need to get in this zone here. I think if you I bought ETH really cheap, under $2k, and maybe there's diminishing returns on the upper potential. But let's say I think it should do 0.055. I think that's a very good target it can hit. I mean, we were on 0.04, but yeah, 5.5. It's not gonna go that high, I think, unless some major shift in crypto happens. Like, if it would break these 0.082 levels, it would mean something really bad for Bitcoin or something really good for ETH, or maybe both. But yeah, like somewhere here, I think that's what it can happen. And I think if you hit that spot here and swap into Bitcoin, it's probably, for your adjusted risk, the best move you can make. Like, unless you, yeah. There's at the end it comes down to the global players, but if they feel like they can't make that much more profit of Bitcoin, they will go to the next thing and it's ETH. What mob did you farm after 66 effective? I'm not even sure if I would farm 66 effective anymore. If this was a new season, I would play a different strategy. But yeah, I was doing Drakes here, 67. And I was doing Drakes here. But I think in between, I was doing Caimans. Or was I doing No, I was not doing Toads. Isn't there some Caimans? 60? Or 70? Maybe they're here. I actually have no idea. I was only fighting Drakes because of the single target build. Lucky Dwarf, thanks for tuning in. Have a nice day. See you. Next time we'll only buy Bitcoin. Yeah, that's the problem. What if next time the people who move the money around are one step ahead and it's not gonna be Bitcoin? But yeah, Bitcoin. That's the thing. Bitcoin is decoupled from the crypto market. Bitcoin isn't even. That's why they're called altcoins, right? Bitcoin is doing its own thing, and yeah, a lot of the new money that came into crypto came in because of Bitcoin. Yeah, I never sold Bitcoin. Like you, why buy Bitcoin if you want to sell it? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would somebody buy Bitcoin and then want to sell it? Like, you only buy Bitcoin if you think Bitcoin is making sense. If Bitcoin, to me, like, if you only buy something that you believe in, and if you believe in Bitcoin, you're thinking, oh, it's better than the current money system. So why then go back and sell it? I mean, obviously, if you want to purchase some things, or spend it on something, yeah, but Bitcoin needs to go to an insane amount of price where I think it's the right move, risk adjusted, to just sell it for dollars. Like, are we there yet? I don't know. Doesn't feel like it to me. Obviously, if you look at the chart, it's like up, 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 and it's gonna go down sometime. But how do we know that it's here? How do we not know that it's not here? Like, it can be anywhere. If you look at the whole market cap of like gold, of all assets in the world, of everything, people were always doubting crypto. Like, they were saying the same stuff 8 years ago, what they're saying now, like 4 years ago, what they're saying now. And every year over time, it's getting closer to that end goal, that full adoption. So yeah. I There's actually a um really good video from Michael Saylor where he describes the different stages of Bitcoin believers, where you basically turn from an Bitcoin denier to a Bitcoin maxi over time. Like everyone or most people get into crypto and they think, or Bitcoin, and they think, oh, I'm gonna buy this low and I'm gonna sell it high, and then I have money. But the longer they're in the space, the more they realize, maybe I don't want to have money. Maybe I just want Bitcoin. Solana, well, Solana has pump potential, but that's also its downside, right? Like lots of Solana is from gambling, shilling, people who just want to pump and dump. On the tech end, right, it's obviously a competitor to ETH, where you always have every layer one has its pros and cons. Solana is faster, but it's obviously not decentralized enough and not as secure as ETH, right? So I think ETH is in a really good spot after Bitcoin, after in being independent, and the next thing that's maybe able to decouple from like all the others, right? Like it's kind of a interesting process seeing how the chains mature and find the purpose in the crypto industry, because you don't look at this and see different names with different pictures. It's actually very different properties. That's the main thing. And if they don't have unique properties, then I don't think they're not gonna survive. If they're just interchangeable with a different picture and a different name. Obviously, like you also have the whole stablecoin narrative on ETH. So yeah, XRP is obviously the financial banking big play with lots of institutional money, where there's also possibilities for corruption and people like that's a bit of a dangerous game, but there's people that want to pump it, there's people that want to make money, so it's like a very large scale thing going on. BNB, obviously the biggest exchange, and I actually like the comparison of people who compare like the internet to Google is what BNB is to crypto. So BNB, but they're obviously taking care of the token, right? With like so much centralized power, they can move the charts the way they want, which is gonna limit the downside, but also the upside potential, I think, if you compare it to, I don't know, other coins. I don't know if you do Solana or... Oh, that's a bad comparison with this time frame. But yeah, it always depends on the time frames. Yeah, I actually don't know that much about Tron and many other layer ones. They all have the different narratives, but nothing that makes them unique enough, I guess. Hyperliquid, decentralization, Zcash, security. I think Sui is being like really hard shielded by some of those LARPers. But yeah, the more I look into altcoins, I don't know. They all seem like they have the spotlight and then they kind of disappear, unless they find the position to be unique. I think that's the main word. Like if a chain is not unique, it's that's what I like about SPX. like my meme coin of choice here. Yeah, where's Chainlink? And I was also holding quite a lot of Chainlink. Probably bought somewhere here. Like at $20, now we're on 15. The main question that you're asking yourself is, can we repeat this, you know, the initial pump? Can there be another pump that's bigger? It's gonna happen to some coins if we see an art season, but who knows when. What's your guys' favorite art coins? Yeah, on the technical side, I'm not that. I don't know that much about the different advantages of the chains, but if there's like some groundbreaking technology, I feel like other chains can adapt and take out some of the elements of those. Yeah, usually I finish after floor 46. But yeah, guys, I think I need to get up a bit early tomorrow. I will go to bed now and stream again tomorrow. Tomorrow, maybe longer stream. I need to level my cooking. Yeah. Before I fall asleep, I'm gonna do my land. So I need to plant cabbage, 20 cabbage. Was it 20 cabbage? Yeah. 20 cabbage and then a full plant after that. What's your plan to increase cooking from 50 to 60? Well, I've already started. That's actually what I talked about earlier in my stream. I have 900 beef, so I need 900 carrots, 900 cabbage. That's 2.6 million XP. Then I have 780 milk. That means I need 1,600 eggs, which I'm working on right now, and a bit more than 6,000 flour. 6,000 flour I'm gonna get by 5 times planting my whole land with wheat, or 2.5 times with corn. And whatever I'm missing, I'll do with banana vodka, or maybe actually more with banana vodka. Banana vodka actually seems pretty nice for me to get. Just gonna need to spam a shit ton of potatoes. Maybe that's something I'll do tomorrow and then get the bananas with the rest, because I have so many orange scales from farming the sharks. Look, I have 1,600 here. Oh, I got 2 more trophies, no? No, never mind, I'm still on 6. I'm not even farming mushrooms, what am I talking? But yeah, I'm gonna keep on farming these low-level mobs overnight, and yeah. If you wanna be there, check out tomorrow's stream. It's gonna be... I think tomorrow I'm gonna also claim my achievements, and we'll see from there.